Hey guys, this is Paulo Haddad, and in this video I will show you how you can get results for a time series simulation in OpenDSS. Let's go to the computer. So let me come back to my lines of code. One thing that we need to use to get results in a time series mode is to use our meters. So we have here different types of meters. The two that I'm gonna focus here in this video is energy meter and monitor. Okay, in more advanced tutorials we talk about the other ones, but here just the two of them. So the first thing, we have already our energy meter placed in our first element. So if we simulate this guy, we have performed a time series simulation, right? Considering this load shape for our loads at default. Again, I will talk about load shape in a different video, but here you can go to show energy meters, and here you see that, for instance, register 1 is the energy that is flowing into the element that an energy meter is connected. Okay, we have let's say another one. We have zone register 13, which is the losses, and register 5 is basically the consumption of the load. Therefore register 1 should be equal to 5 plus 13 when we do not have any generator in our circuit, okay, or any type, I guess, of storage as well. So if you get this guy, 1 is gonna be 5 plus 13. Okay, so those things are energy. Okay, we have also the max, kW, and kVA that the energy meter has recorded as well. So those are more like information that you would have in a meter. Okay, now if you want to have a quantity, electrical quantity, for instance voltage or power, over your time, it's in our case here 1 day, you should use a monitor. So let's go ahead and add a monitor, new monitor, and then I'm gonna say powers, and then should have an element, which is going to be the first element because I want to see the power at the beginning of my feeder, and I'm gonna use the terminal 1, and then I want to see this power as active and reactive power. Therefore I have a power polar property, and I'm gonna set equal to no. So again, you might say, well, you know the properties. Yeah, I know that because I've been doing that for so many years. But if you don't know that, you don't have to, right? You can go to your question mark, you can go to your monitor, and you're gonna see that I have all the options here. So I have used the element and the terminal and the p polar. Okay, basically it. So again, important to say that I have set my meter, my monitor, before the simulation settings. That's the way I like to do that. But most important, you should have your monitor before your solve command and after your definition of this transformer, because the monitor needs the transformer already in place, and the solve command, it's basically when OpenDSS performs the simulation, needs to be after your monitor. Then you can tell OpenDSS that OpenDSS should record, save the results for that specific element. Okay, if you don't do that, OpenDSS will not know that he needs to record anything. Okay, so all right, so I'm gonna simulate it. And now what I can do, I can go like show, actually plot, monitor. I have powers here. I can go okay, and again, sorry guys, one thing I forgot, mode. By default, mode is 0, is for voltage and current. I should have mode 1, which is for powers. Again, let me just confirm that. Monitors, you have mode, and 0 voltage and currents, 1 powers, 2 tap, and so on. Right? You have a bunch of options here. Again, simulate it, go plot, monitor, powers, and I'm gonna P1, P2, P3. You can just hold Control and select the one you want. And this is actually my active power at the feeder head, at the first element, which is my transformer. Okay, so I have 3 phases again. Black is node 1, red node 2, and blue node 3. Okay, you can check in a report to show powers, and you're gonna compare with the last point here, the last point. Okay, yeah, that's basically it. You can also, let's say, go to let me real quickly here, PC. Actually, let me I have the loads here, sorry. So let's see a 3-phase load. Yeah, let me get this load here. New monitor, and then I will go load voltage, and then element and terminal, and then mode 0, and I wanna see it in module and phase. Therefore, I don't need to use VV polar equals to no, because actually I don't need to use yes because it's the default. Okay, so but if you wanna, you can go polar equals yes and mode equals 0, just to make sure, you know, I mean, it's already the default. So I'm gonna go ahead, simulate it, and then plot, monitor, powers. I have another one here, which is load V. I can hit OK, V1, V2, V3. You also have currents here, but I don't care now. And you have those guys here. Okay, very nice. All right, so, but you know, I don't wanna all the time plot, monitor, and select the channels. What you can do then, you can go to record, and then you can go to monitor, powers, and then you go P1, P2, P3. Okay, look at this. OpenDSS has solved that for you. So now you can Control D. OpenDSS will plot that for you. Let me go ahead, plot the final thing here. Very nice. You should see that. Load V. Okay, V1, V2, V3. All right, so it's done. I go and I will stop recording. And one thing that is nice here, if you see voltage, it's in volts. But you know, we prefer most of the time to see a voltage plot in per unit. Okay, so to do that, let me just make sure which is the voltage here for this load. It's 416 line to line, and so it's probably 2.4 something, right? 2.4 line to neutral. So what you do here, guys, is basically you have a property called basis. I think it's plural, and here you can add for each channel you have. Here I have 3 channels. Okay, for each channel you can define a number that you're gonna divide the entire plot by that number. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna include the voltage, the base value, right? So 416 line to line is 4 line to neutral, but should be in volts. Okay, this is for channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, but you could use this for any other thing. For instance, you could divide for 2 by 3 by 4, whatever. You could put any number here, the number you want, but I want to do that something that makes sense, which is basically the line to neutral voltage, the rated voltage for this load. So when I do that right now, so let's just run that, Control D. You see that I have in per unit. Okay, so That's very, very nice. Okay. So guys, that's what I wanted to show you regarding the results. I just showed you that you can get results from your energy meter, which is basically energy, max power, those type of things. And here I showed you how you can get the monitor results, which is basically electrical quantities over time for a specific point. Okay, very important to mention again, the summary and most of those results, those reports, are for the last hour you have simulated or for the last time step. So important not to be confused on this. Okay, so guys, if you are enjoying this topic, please consider subscribe to my channel, hit the bell button, and give me a thumbs up. This is the last video for this first tutorial, and I want to hear from you what you want to see. I have a lot of ideas, starting from talking about load shape, talking about energy meter, or monitoring more detail. So it's up to you to help me, guide me to things that you really think that will be beneficial for you and bring the most value as possible. All right, thanks so much, and I hope to see you in the next video.